Hi, my name is Gaithtry Rameswaran, and I'm the host of the Bioethics Podcast. In today's episode, we will discuss the ethical issues behind selecting and altering a potential baby's genes. What if you can have a baby that has all the traits you wanted, with no genetic imperfections? The concept of designer babies is where genetic makeup can be altered or chosen to provide the desired genome. Yet, what ethical issues can arise from this? This is done to help couples who are at a higher risk for having a baby with genetically inherited conditions, including cystic fibrosis and Huntington's disease. It is also possible to screen for gender, appearance, intelligence, and personality. However, screening for these aspects is highly controversial and illegal in most countries. Some may argue that there will be a loss of individuality and a question of who determines which traits are good and bad. The options for screening include postnatal screening, to have the baby tested for the condition, prenatal diagnosis, which is to test for the condition during pregnancy, involving amniocentesis, 16 weeks into the pregnancy, which is then tested for chromosomal disorders, including Down syndrome. Or 3, to create an embryo outside of the body and test for the condition. A technique called pre-implantation genetic diagnosis, or PGD, is where a couple days old embryo at the 4 to 8 cell stage gets tested for the cell with the presence of various genes. PGD involves in vitro fertilization, as the production of the embryo is outside of the body. This process is currently legal in the UK, which even then is only allowed for serious genetic diseases under the permissions from the HFEA. Now, if we do a cost-benefit analysis, the advantages would be a reduction in genetic and inherited diseases, better chance to succeed in life, lifespans will increase, and children are given genes their parents don't possess. A potential disadvantage is that there could be new vulnerabilities developed as these techniques are still fairly new, meaning those who have undergone this procedure are not of age yet to determine how effective it is into their adulthood. The cost of these procedures is also very expensive, making it only accessible to some. Theoretically, it can be seen as beneficial, yet ethically speaking, what are some issues behind selecting and altering a potential baby's genes? First, the embryo, of course, cannot give consent to undergo the biopsy. Hence, a parent consents on behalf of the unborn child. Next, genetic screening can be used to create a baby who is a tissue donor for another person. In some cases, for a sick sibling by using stem cells. What do you think? Do the benefits outweigh the ethics behind the concept of designer babies? Is it viable to sacrifice a child for another? Interested in more topics on bioethics? Tune into the next episode.